A powerful storm system swept across the southern plains on the evening of Friday, April 3rd, 2026, triggering a significant tornado outbreak that left a trail of destruction across central and eastern Oklahoma. National Weather Service, NWS, meteorologists and local emergency responders have been working through the night to assess the impact of multiple confirmed tornadoes that struck several communities, including the Oklahoma City, OKC, metro area, and Shawnee. The severe weather event began late Friday afternoon as a potent cold front collided with warm, moist air, surging from the Gulf of Mexico. By approximately 4:45 p.m., a tornado watch was issued for western Oklahoma, with storm cells quickly intensifying near Thomas. As the evening progressed, the focus shifted toward the more densely populated regions of the state. One particularly dangerous storm moved through the OKC metro between 5:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m., impacting areas such as Reno, Oklahoma City, Norman, and Chickasha. Residents in these areas reported intense rain, baseball-sized hail, and winds reaching up to 70 miles per hour before the actual tornado threats materialized. One of the most critical moments of the night occurred around 9:55 p.m. when a confirmed tornado was spotted just 2 miles east of Shawnee, moving rapidly east along the north side of Interstate 40. Social media and news footage captured the terrifying sight of the funnel on the ground, illuminated by frequent lightning strikes. Meanwhile, the state of Arkansas has faced a volatile start to the 2026 tornado season, with multiple confirmed touchdowns causing structural damage and injuries across several counties. As of early April 2026, Arkansas remains under a high alert status. On the evening of Friday, April 3rd, and into the early hours of Saturday, April 4th, a line of severe thunderstorms swept across the state. Meteorologists issued severe thunderstorm warnings for several counties, including Adair and Sequoia, with potential hazards including 60 miles per hour wind gusts and the threat of isolated tornadoes. The most intense activity occurred overnight, a dangerous period for nocturnal storms when residents are often asleep and less likely to receive alerts. The first confirmed tornado of 2026 in Arkansas was an EF2 that struck near Willisville before sunrise. Peak winds were estimated at 125 miles per hour. The tornado was on the ground for approximately 2.73 miles. It completely leveled one home, injured one person, and damaged several other structures, including mobile homes. An EF1 tornado touched down near Kingsland around 7:10 a.m. This storm produced winds up to 105 miles per hour, snapping power lines and uprooting trees in the region. Another EF1 tornado was confirmed in the Minturn area. With peak winds of 105 miles per hour, this tornado caused roof damage to houses and mobile homes, further straining local recovery resources. Meanwhile, the Midwest is no stranger to spring storms. The events of Thursday and Friday, April 2nd to 3rd, 2026, have carved a place in Iowa's meteorological history. A series of supercell thunderstorms marched across the state, unleashing a barrage of hail so intense it left over 69,000 properties damaged and turned spring landscapes into winter-like scenes within minutes. Meteorologists and storm tracking agencies, including Hailtrace, have classified the April 2nd event as a 4-star hailstorm, a designation reserved for the most significant and damaging hail events of the year. The storm cells developed in a highly unstable atmosphere, where strong updrafts suspended ice pellets high in the clouds, allowing them to grow to dangerous sizes before gravity pulled them to Earth. In several eastern and southern Iowa communities, hailstones reached the size of baseballs, approximately 2.75 to 3 inches in diameter. The most severe reports originated from Ottumwa, Thompson, Clinton, and Jackson County. In some areas, the hail lasted for over 15 minutes, accumulating several inches deep on lawns and roadways. Tens of thousands of homes suffered roof damage. Shingle grit was washed into gutters, and in some cases, the hail was large enough to puncture through skylights and vinyl siding, Car dealerships in the path of the storm reported nearly 100% loss of unprotected inventory. Private vehicles parked outside saw shattered windshields and dimpled hoods and roofs. While it is early in the planting season, the heavy hail and accompanying 60-plus miles per hour winds have caused significant soil erosion and damage to early season crops and greenhouses in rural counties like Poweshiek and Clark. What made this event particularly treacherous was the combination of hail with straight-line winds. In Murray, Clark County, wind gusts were clocked at 61 miles per hour during the height of the storm. This wind-driven hail acted like a sandblaster, stripping paint from buildings and shattering windows that might have survived a vertical hailfall. In Clinton County, the hail preceded a confirmed EF1 tornado that tracked for 18 miles. Residents reported that the sound of the hail hitting their homes was deafening, followed shortly by the roar of the tornado sirens. Meanwhile, a volatile spring storm system tore through the heart of the Midwest on Thursday and Friday, April 2nd to 3rd, 2026, spawning multiple tornadoes and producing hurricane-force wind gusts across Illinois. From the rural landscapes of Lee County to the densely populated suburbs of Chicago, the storm left a path of splintered trees, leveled farm buildings, and significant utility disruptions. National Weather Service, NWS, survey teams are currently on the ground to finalize the intensity ratings of several confirmed touchdowns. The first wave of destruction began late Thursday afternoon, April 2nd, as a powerful supercell moved through north-central Illinois. The NWS Chicago has officially confirmed an EF1 tornado that struck northwestern Lee County. The tornado originated near Mound Hill Road and moved toward the outskirts of Polo. Residents in Dixon reported seeing the funnel cloud clearly on the north and west sides of the city. While the city center was largely spared, the surrounding rural areas saw heavy damage to agricultural outbuildings, barns, and power infrastructure. Preliminary data suggests the tornado carried peak winds of approximately 100 to 105 miles per hour, sufficient to snap large hardwood trees and peel roofs off sturdy farm structures. A confirmed tornado touched down at 3:43 p.m., causing localized damage to commercial signage and trees. A tornado was spotted 4 miles southwest of the town at 6:03 p.m. While mostly traversing open fields, it destroyed several irrigation systems and outbuildings. This area remains under high scrutiny following a deadly EF3 tornado in mid-March. The early April storms brought additional high winds to this already battered community, complicating ongoing reconstruction efforts. Over 300 flights were canceled and more than 600 delayed across both major airports on Friday evening. ComEd reported that over 15,000 customers lost power in the Chicagoland area due to trees falling on residential lines. Meanwhile, a violent weather system swept through Arkansas on Friday evening and early Saturday morning, April 3rd to 4th, 2026, spawning multiple tornadoes and causing significant structural damage. National Weather Service, NWS, survey teams from Little Rock and Tulsa are currently assessing several areas where confirmed tornadoes and destructive straight-line winds left thousands without power and displaced dozens of families. The severe weather event intensified late Friday night, creating a particularly hazardous situation as many residents were asleep. A potent cold front clashing with an unseasonably warm air mass triggered nocturnal supercells, capable of producing quick-spinning tornadoes. Late on April 3rd, severe thunderstorm warnings were issued with a high tornado possible tag as a line of storms moved across the Oklahoma-Arkansas border. Residents in these border regions reported 60 miles per hour wind gusts and intense lightning. As the line pushed eastward toward the Little Rock metro area, radar indicated rotation, prompted several tornado warnings. While the metro area was largely spared a direct hit, surrounding rural communities faced the brunt of the storm's fury. This April event adds to what has already been an exceptionally active start to the 2026 tornado season in Arkansas. According to the NWS Little Rock Storm database, The state had already recorded several significant tornadoes in the weeks leading up to this outbreak. An EF2 tornado, with peak winds of 125 miles per hour, struck near Willisville. It traveled nearly 3 miles, destroying a home and injuring one person. An EF1 tornado hit near Kingsland with 105 miles per hour winds, causing widespread tree and power line damage. Another EF1 touched down in the Minturn area, damaging several mobile homes and residential roofs. The April 3rd to 4th outbreak is expected to add at least 3 to 4 more confirmed tracks to this growing list once survey teams finalize their EF scale ratings. In western Arkansas, several agricultural buildings and barns were completely leveled. In residential neighborhoods, wind-driven debris shattered windows and stripped siding from homes. Entergy Arkansas reported that over 12,000 customers lost power during the height of the storm. High winds snapped utility poles in Independence and Saline counties, leading to prolonged outages. Heavy rainfall accompanying the storms caused flash flooding on secondary roads. In some areas, downed trees blocked major thoroughfares, including segments of Highway 10, complicating the work of first responders.